Well, good morning, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to the Brain and Mind Symposium this year, 2021, and thank you all for joining us. Before I introduce the program for today, it's really an exciting day, and our commencement speaker, I just want to acknowledge and pay respects to the traditional owners of the land that the Brain and Mind Centre is located on, the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, and ask Aunty Yvonne Weldon from the Sydney Metropolitan Local Aboriginal Land Council to open the symposium with a welcome to country.
Thank you, Matthew. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, sisters and brothers. As was said, my name is Yvonne Weldon. I am a Wiradjuri woman from Cowra, here in New South Wales. I'm from the waters of the Clare, which is also known as the Lachlan, and of the Murrumbidgee rivers, Yvonne, whose spirits and ancestors will always remain with these lands, our Mother Earth. Wherever you travel across this beautiful continent of ours, understanding entering the lands of nations, tribes, and clans that have existed here for over 60,000 years. The First Nations of this continent are the most resilient, unique, and sustainable people on the planet. We are the oldest living culture of the world. And traditionally across these lands and our waterways, we traded and we shared for necessity and not for empires. Our sharing and our trading brought our people together. It created our sustainability, encouraging our innovation, and keeping our ancient practices alive for our future and for everyone's future. There are many Aboriginal warriors that have crossed this land before all of us, creating pathways before there were any. And to give respect and honour, could you all please pause for a moment to remember the many sacrifices that have been made along the way, the ones we will continue to make, and those we shouldn't have to. As you connect, learn and share today, tomorrow and beyond, continue to learn from my people's ancient practices, from the elements of the continent of the past to become the products and the people of the future. We all are the fabric of this land, woven together with all our rich cultural differences. So don't lose sight of the important work that still needs to be done to bring my people, your people, and all our people together. Don't live regretting what we should have done, but create the legacy of what must be done. Let's make real changes and not just symbolic ones. So in these times of this pandemic, don't let the social distance make us socially absent. We need to maintain our physical distancing and our own safety, but not creating barriers to our social connections. So whether it's through your work, family or networks, creating an inclusion, an acceptance and a resilience. All of us together can bring about positive changes to multiple generations. We are in this together. Everyone's health and well-being is more important than the material things in this world. We need to nourish our brains and our minds to restore, repair and balance ourselves, our lives and our world. Just as my people have always listened and learned from each other, the environment, animals, elements and our ancestors, because we don't live in isolation of body, culture, spirit, land and water, because we are one. So with that said, and to balance our never-ending cycle, let us all draw upon my people's spirits as we continue on our journey. May my people's spirits walk with you and guide you as we strive forward for us all. Again, on behalf of the Metropolitan Local Aboriginal Land Council, welcome to Gadigal land. This always was and always will be Aboriginal land. Thank you and have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Aunty Yvonne, for a wonderful welcome to country. We're very grateful for your ongoing support to the Brain and Mind Centre. And like you, I'd like to also extend a welcome to any Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders who are listening to today's symposium. They're all welcome, we're all welcome, and we really respect your great support for Brain and Mind. Thank you. So just moving on to the outline of today, the conference is Lost in Translation, Harnessing the Power of Scientific Inquiry for Future Health. And we're going to have a great kickoff with the Vice-Chancellor, Mark Scott, and we have a wonderful array of national and international speakers, both today and tomorrow. During the morning, we're going to have keynote addresses from Professor Suresh Irani from the University of Oxford, Nuffield Department of Neurology. He's head of the Oxford Autoimmune Neurology Group. We're also going to hear from Professor Iona Novak, the Cerebral Palsy Alliance Chair of Allied Health from the University of Sydney. We'll then have a 10-minute break, and we're brought back together again by the chair of the Symposium Organising Committee, Professor Leanne Torr, and her group. And we're going to make a real focus throughout the meeting on early and mid-career researchers. So we've got a great support crew of speakers coming in this morning. Anand Gurujan from the Lambert Initiative, Associate Professor Joanne Reid from the Westmead Institute, Dr. Caitlin Cowan from the Child Behavioural Research Clinic, and Dr. Ramon Landau Romero, who is part of the computational neuroimaging team at the Frontier Clinic, as well as Associate Professor Nicola Newton from the Matilda Centre.